direction.
They'll come from that direction.
Yes.
And you can see them right across the street there. You'll be able to see. Oh, Albert, we're going to want to catch you over the chat. We're going to want you to catch some of what's being said here. Are we on, Allie?
Yes, you are.
It looks like we're on, everybody. So welcome. Can I get a volunteer to hold this for a moment? Yeah. Step out here. Facing you or facing away? We are live. Around. Here in Cushing Park, which is adjacent to the White House, which is right over there. In a little while, much bigger. In a little while, we're going to see our billboards, our mobile billboards are going to pull up, circulating all around the White House area. Because today, on the back of the truck, we have a message that reads, "It's clear that there are overwhelming ethical, financial, and religious reasons to abolish this brutal and irrevocable punishment, the death penalty." Jimmy Carter said that, President Carter. And if you were to, don't point it, but I'm going to tell people, if you look that way, just right down Pennsylvania Avenue is the Capitol, where Jimmy Carter is lying in state right now. And we want to honor his memory as a leader for human rights and a leader on issues pertaining to people who are suffering, getting involved. So in addition to that, we are asking for President Biden. Today we're delivering over 50,000 signatures from individuals and a letter from over 430 organizations, including people like Reverend Sharon Risher, Death Penalty Action Board Chair, the killer of her mother and 2 cousins, is on federal death row still. And President Biden did a great thing when he commuted 37 of the federal death sentences. But then he left 7. He left 3 on federal death row and 4 people on the military death row. And we're asking him to finish the job. Because as President Biden said in his comments when he commuted all those sentences, what he said was that he wanted to make sure that the moratorium on executions continues, that he implemented when he took office. Donald Trump had 13. Donald Trump had 13. Say that again. Donald Trump had 13 executions in the final 6 months of his administration, 2020 and 2021. 3 just in the week prior to his inauguration. And was the first president in over 130 years to execute anybody during the transition period. It's outrageous what he did. And he has promised, and that's what Agenda 2025 says, Donald Trump has promised to resume executions and to kill everybody that he can. And that's why we're out here today, to ask President Biden to finish the job and commute the remaining sentences under his authority to do so. Now, with me here are several friends and colleagues, and there's others coming. Charlie Sullivan with Citizens United for the Rehabilitation of Errands, Ron Laffin with the Dorothy Day Catholic Worker and Journey of Hope from Violence to Healing, and Joel is a supporter of death penalty action. And we're here, and I want to invite Charlie, Art, and Joel, if you want to add any thoughts, and Galen, of course, as well, to the comment. We're on live right now on social media, and we're going to be seeing in a few minutes our vehicles, our billboards pull up. So we want to get your words in now. Dana, you want to join them? Connor, you got anything to say?
Well, my name is Art Lappin. I'm a murder victim family member and a member of the Journey of Hope. Journey of Hope was co-founded by Bill Pelkey, the late Bill Pelkey, and other murder victim family members. We're comprised of death row exonerees who have relatives on death row right now, people who had members of the family executed. And we all oppose the death penalty in every case. We want to break the cycle of violence and killing. I'm advocating for restorative, transformative justice. My brother was murdered in 1999 by a man who suffered from mental illness. And at that time, Connecticut had the death penalty, and so the man who killed my brother could have been executed. But thank God, due to the efforts of many people in Connecticut and many supporting organizations, the death penalty was abolished in Connecticut. And so the brother's killer is at a prison hospital now. Will be for the rest of his life. That's why I know to honor my brother is to work for the prevention of violence and not to replicate it. And I stand with all murder victim family members, death row exonerees, and advocates such as the great organization of Death Penalty Action to call for an end to state-sanctioned killing.
Good. And look at our vehicles. These billboards will be circulating throughout Washington, D.C. and the Capitol and the White House area all day today. Hearing the message, Jimmy Carter, all of that fell out. Let's get the bell out. There's Charles. Charles, what's your message today?
My message today is
Come closer.
My message today is for President Joe Biden to
Turn your sign around.
the remaining death sentences.
Turn your sign around.
Sorry. To commute the remaining death sentences. Back in 1994, President Biden wrote a crime bill that had my brother incarcerated. I have not had the opportunity to address that, so I'm hoping in my heart that President Biden could find in his heart to commute the rest of the sentences. And there's not much that he could do for my brother. There's a lot that he could do to the remaining guys on death row.
All right, let's get that bell out. Bring it over here. I'm sorry. We're getting out the Delaware bell. You can leave that. Hooman, how are you, brother?
Hey,
We're just getting started.
Just
getting
getting
started.
started.
Park. Join us.
Fine parking. I'll be there.
Hooman Hadayadi. Hooman is a great activist. We've known him since he was a student. And he is a lawyer now here in D.C., but also as a young child, he turned the corner walking down the street in Iran and found himself confronting a public execution on the streets of Iran. And that turned him into an abolitionist. So right across the street here is where you're going to the White House complex. And on the other side of the Treasury building, which is the building at the top of it, on top over that truck, on the other side of the Treasury building is where the White House is. So this bell, Delaware Bell, has been came from the Delaware citizens opposed to the death penalty, and it has been told outside executions in Delaware, 16 executions, and Delaware scrubbed the death penalty from its statute this year in June, last year. And because of that, the Delaware citizens opposed to the death penalty said, we need this bill to go elsewhere. And that's what we've been doing. It's now been told outside of executions in Alabama, in Indiana, and in Michigan. Not Michigan, Indiana, Alabama, what did I say? Oklahoma. So we're going to bring that over here and toll it for a bid, and then we're going to take it over as close as we can get to the White House and see if we can't get Joe Biden to hear it. So bring it over here. As you can see, it's kind of treacherous. We're on a sheet of ice, but we're here. We have a small group that has shown up and is ready, even in this weather. Charlie, I'm so grateful that you came. Can you tell us a little bit about CURE and who you are?
Well, my name is Charlie Sullivan. I'm a wife, Pauline, and founders of CURE in Texas. It started in 1972. In 1985, we moved here to Washington, D.C. And we continue to support Abe, what he's doing. Oh, God.
It's Death Penalty Action. It's not me. It's the organization.
Anyway, and we were, I saw one execution was actually present because the person being executed, Billy Hughes, asked me to be there. So I was with a few others and saw the death penalty in action. It was there.
So, look at this.
How about right here?
All right, that's perfect. Yeah. Charlie, will you do us the honors of starting off this bell tolling? Let's bring that over here. Let's bring that rope over here so Charlie can start us off. Delaware Bell.
Oh, everybody can do things.
Everybody. Just keep it going, brother. Everybody get in there, take a turn. Hold your signs clear.
citizens. It's the bill of justice. It's simple. And I command to stop the kill. No more killing. Mr. Trump. For those remaining of federal, temporal, and military. Attention to these gentlemen. We need to save their lives too. It's the American thing to do. President Jones, this is for you. Good job. Thanks for the commendations. Finish the job. God bless America. You didn't I told his bill with sorrow. But also I told his joy for 37 people that was commentating. We have to finish the job. So to you, President Joe Biden, save these guys' lives. It's the American thing to do.
Anybody else? Joe, did you get a chance? All right. So we're going to shut the live stream down now. And hold on. Well, here comes Phil. You want to give it a couple touches. And then we're going to shut the live stream down and we'll get some video of what we do over at the White House. But these trucks, go ahead.
You that bell. Let's finish the job.
Here, hold on.
I'm grateful for everybody who has been watching and watches the recording of this. We're going to have to start drilling all over with our children. The next is not the solution. Trust Joe Biden. Finish the job. Listen, if you don't finish the job, President Biden, if you don't finish the job, you're leaving people to execute. You're handing people over to Donald Trump for execution. And that is not acceptable, especially if someone who says that they oppose it. You have the opportunity to get away Donald Trump. Stop him from preventing his child from execution. Which is what it is. Donald Trump is seeing. He wants to take over the league. He wants to take over the satellite command. He wants to have the authority to dictate, to execute. And he's going to strive with the guilty. But what do dictators do? They execute their enemies. And he's even said, leaders in the United States military who don't listen to him should be executed for treason. He has said this. We can't trust the government how we kill, especially because there are people like Donald Trump who want to act like dictators and
determine who gets to live and who gets to die. That is unacceptable. President Biden reviewed the remaining 7 sentences. Also, granted pardon to Billy Allen. Look at the other cases of people who are claiming innocence. Yuri Katanov and a few others who are challenging the commutation. Look at those cases carefully. Determine that they deserve more than the commutation. And also look at the case of Alfred Bourgeois, who was executed under the Trump administration. Alfred Bourgeois, executed December 11th, 2020. And it turns out all the evidence points to there not being a crime at all. He was innocent. There was no crime. That's Alfred Bourgeois. And also, Ethel Rosenberg. Right. Ethel Rosenberg, who in 1953 was executed for espionage, even though the National Security Agency, the NSA, had documentation that they knew that she was not guilty of anything close to a crime punishable by death. God, she is innocent and should be pardoned. President Biden, do the right thing. Thank you. Thanks everybody for watching. Please share the action or the penaltyaction.org. It is not too late to call the president, text the president, email the president, to talk to everybody you know about doing exactly the same thing. We have less than 2 weeks to stop Trump's execution.